Hi everybody, guess what? This is move 108. So this week's video of Awareness Tai Chi, and I'm still Kevin. This is the last move.
We're gonna change your name next series.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my name.
So you guys put in.
That's right. Yeah, Shelly's about to say put in requests for the name Kevin should use.
The new name.
Yeah, just kidding. So yes, move 108, and we're going to throw in the bow as well here. So hang in there, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're at the last move of the set. Can't believe we've gone through the whole set through this series, this continuing classroom classics. It's been great. Loved all your comments and stuff, and I know there's a few people that are worried this is the end, no more Awareness Tai Chi on videos.
And they're right. No.
No. We got lots of stuff planned and lots of stuff coming up to keep bringing you guys Tai Chi and information and stuff that can help you keep rolling on with it. So we want to keep this happening. So this move, the last move of the set, closing of Tai Chi, very, very simple. But kind of like the first move, Mr. Moy used to say the opening of Tai Chi was the hardest move in the set to learn. So I'm not sure whether it's because this is your first move of Tai Chi you're learning, or because just the subtleties of it are just, takes a while to kind of comprehend. But anyway, we're going to do the last move and then we're going to show you the bow. For Shelly, this was kind of an eye-opener for her, but for a lot of people, doing the bow and the opening and the closing and the bow is kind of what connects the whole set. It kind of connects you to the movements, it connects you, gets the energy going, that's where it starts. And it also connects you to the lineage, like to all the people that have brought this to us, all the teachers and instructors and stuff that have been there to help us learn this and to pass it on and share it, which is what Mr. Moy was all about. That's what we do the videos for. So the bow is just a gesture of respect, showing your respect for all of those that have brought this to us. And so it's kind of a cool thing, and Shelly had a very neat experience. She had learned all 108 moves, but when she learned the bow, there's all of a sudden this aha moment, this epiphany that happened as to how that connection all of a sudden happened. It was quite an experience for her. So maybe someday you can ask her about it. So anyway, let's get into it. So very simply, we've come up into the crossed hands, and this is an expression, and then you just relax, drop the hands, and express up. So again, when you've come up into the crossed hands, you come up, express, and then relax into the hips, and then express up through the top of the head. That's it. That's closing of Tai Chi.
And we wanted to mention, sorry, you go ahead, but also where we said that it was a couple videos ago, it was the last move or whatever.
Oh, yes.
One. Yeah.
Yes. A little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, boo-boo on my part. Thinking that Shoot Tiger Bow was the last new move. Well, this is the last new move.
Got deja vu happening here.
So one of the things that happens, and this is kind of why I wanted to talk about this, when people come up into the cross hands, they tend to kind of lock their hips up and then drop their hands. Well, you want to keep this engaged. Just at the beginning of the set, when you start the set, you relax into the legs, push from the legs, and let the hands come up. So it's the leg push that's pushing this up, and then the hips drop and the hands drop, and then you come up, and then you go into the opening. The closing is the same. So when you come up, don't lock your hips. You express and then drop the hips and then express up through the top of the head. So keep the whole body engaged, even with that last little bit. So if you can start the set like that, go through the set, keeping aware of the connections in the body, keeping things open. Don't lock up the hips when you stand up and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing what that does to the physiology, how that works the circulations in the body. So this move is no different, and the bow is also part of that. So coming up for the bow, in the beginning of the bow, it's the same thing. Relax into the hips, and then push from the legs, brings the arms up. Drop the elbows, and the body follows down. The head drops, and then push from the legs, let the body come up, express up, and then drop the hips, drop the hands, and express up nice and tall. So I keep trying to look at the camera, so I'm going to do that again without trying to look at the camera so you can see. So again, when you start, you want the hips back. You don't want to start locking the hips forward. Set the hips back, let this all relax. That's why our feet are parallel. So relax into the hips. Push from the legs up through the top of the head. Drop the elbows. Body drops down. Push from the legs. Come up. The hands come up. And then relax. So keeping this all loose and relaxed. Shelley's going on behind the camera here.
I'm processing.
Yeah. Okay, so again, coming up crossed hands, relax into the hips, drop the hands, express tall. Relax into the hips, push from the legs, come up, drop, push from the legs, come up, relax into the hips, and express up. Very simple.
So then, were you going to show them how to do it at the beginning as well?
Like with the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
So incorporating the bow at the beginning and getting into the opening is the same kind of thing, except you turn and get into the move. So that's where it starts. So again, you relax into the hips. So you express from the legs. Hands come up, elbows drop, hands drop, head drops. Push from the legs, come up, and then relax into the hips, push from the legs, hands come up. Relax into the hips, stand tall, relax into the hips, turn and pivot, and express up, and sit down into the Danyu. So very simple. So again, so relax, push from the legs. That drives the hands up. Oops, sorry. We're doing the bow. So push from the legs, hands come up, connect, relax into the hips, drop the hands, drop the elbows, push into the legs, come up, express up, relax into the hips, stand tall, push from the legs, come up, relax into the hips, stand tall, relax into the hips, and open. Pivot, pivot, and express. So keeping the legs engaged even through that simple movement, as opposed to just sort of locking things up and dropping down and coming up, and then by now you guys are beyond that. You've learned all the moves, so you should be able to start feeling those connections, keeping the entire body engaged into the movements. So, and that opens up a whole different ball game when you start practicing with that and paying attention, being aware of how the body's connecting. Playing around. Keep it very simple though. Don't complicate things. Don't start trying to do funky things with the movements and kind of like doing this wavy thing. Very simple, very calm, very relaxed inside. Because you don't want to start messing up the flow, the circulations or anything. Keep it very simple. Just let everything relax, expressing and stuff. So Shelley's just indicating we need to also talk about the hand positions. So men and women are different. So when you do the bow, they're both different. And sometimes what happens is people will bring the hands up and keep the elbows out. But when you bring the hands together, so men and women are different. Men will put the right thumb inside the left hand. Women put the left thumb inside the right hand. When you do that, you close the right hand over top, but notice the elbows drop in so that you get this yin-yang symbol with the thumbs on the bottom. So women, it's the same thing, but fold the hands so that the hands line over top. Don't tuck them in tight like this so that the elbows are out. You want to fold the fingers over top so that this opens up on top. So when you do that, when the hands come up, the elbows are down. So up to the forehead, the elbows are down, not out like this. So fold it over so the fingers line up on top. And then when they drop down, again, don't be too elaborate with it. They come up and then they just drop. Just drop the elbows, drop the hands down. Some people like to get pretty funky. They come up and they go in this big circle and up. And then no connection with the legs. I mean, it looks funky maybe, but you just want to keep it relaxed. So they come up, relax, and they drop. You kind of make a circular action as they come up, but you push from the legs, and that's what's bringing the hands up to the forehead. And then relax into the hips. So, again, keep it simple. This is very relaxed. It's not a tight clench or anything. Just keep it relaxed, and the elbows drop down and the hands fold one over on top of the other. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's clear enough for you. So keep it simple, play safe, practice lots, and share it. Let people know about the videos if you're liking them. Share it. Let people learn like you're learning. Keep going to classes. Practice as much as you can. Work on understanding how everything works. The physiology, that's what Mr. Moy used to say is, he encouraged us to learn about anatomy, learn about physiology, learn about how the body works, so that we can understand what the Tai Chi is doing for us. So anyway, we're on to the next stuff. So we got more video stuff coming to you. Shelley's kind of shaking her head.
We'll get into that later.
Okay, we'll get into that later. So anyway, it's been great having you guys watching and following this series, Continuing Classroom Classics. So that's the end of this series. So looking forward to meeting lots of you guys. We got some really cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned. And for now, again, like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to our channel. Take care. We'll see you again.